Hey guys, Joe Harper here with Reformed Truth and Ministry. Today's video is titled Sasquatch Hunting in Central Minnesota. So I went up and did some Sasquatch hunting around the Bremer, Minnesota area some months back, but I decided that now was the right time to go and do some follow-up. And I've been doing more research on the side into Sasquatch as part of my overall research. I've been splitting everything up into categories. I've been saying, okay, I'm going to have a column of research for giant remains, and then I've been having a column for mounds, and then for other archaeological sites of interest across the country. And the Sasquatch is one of those columns of research. So I've been getting really organized. I've been wanting to get really efficient with my research. I'm divvying everything up. So the research I've been doing on Sasquatch in Minnesota, I found this book very aptly titled called The Sasquatch in Minnesota by this guy called Mike Quass. And I read his book, and you know what? I really enjoyed his book. It was a really good, solid read. It was informative, it was entertaining, it was interesting, it was well written, and I really enjoyed it. Now, all that being said, he gave one of the things that was really helpful about this book is he had a number of locations where he believed that the Sasquatch is located in Minnesota, and for a guy who's getting into doing research, that's exactly what I needed. He talked about a number of locations. He talked about the Superior National Forest up by Lake Superior. He talked about a number of other areas in the state, but one specific place that he talked about was this area called the Vergas Trail, and he talked about this cryptid local Minnesota legend called the legend of the hairy man of Vergas Trail. And so I figured that that was going to be the best lead for me to go and follow. So that's what I did. So I went to Vergas Trail, and for those of you who have never heard of the legend of the hairy man of Vergas Trail, it's either some type of a Sasquatch creature or a sub-variety of Sasquatch. I'm not completely sure. But it's essentially what's been described as essentially what you would hear of Sasquatch, but it's always depicted as being around 8 feet tall, give or take, that it has very long brown hair, very, very unbecoming, kind of nasty look, and it always has a disgusting smell of smelling like trash or garbage or a musty smell of something that's kind of dead, kind of a skunk or a skunk ape smell, just a very unpleasant smell. And so that's the depiction of this Sasquatch creature called the hairy man of Vergas Trail. And so I went to Vergas Trail and I took this footage. It was kind of difficult. It was kind of a difficult area to travel through because it was a very narrow, winding road or trail. There was nowhere. It wasn't like going to a state park where you park your car somewhere and you get out and you hike it. It was very remote. It was very dense woods. It was a narrow trail, nowhere to park the car. A lot of it was private property. So I drove through it. I walked a little bit, but I got the best footage I did. The best thing I got on this video was that I did see what looked very much like a very large Sasquatch tree structure. So I'll let people make their own judgments on what they think about it. But I was very taken aback by what I saw. And it was a strange place. It really was. But anyway, guys, I'm just trying to get really efficient in what I'm doing with whether it's researching Sasquatch or giants, and really just trying to get really systematic of following up the best leads and going after it. So I won't keep you guys longer. I hope you enjoy the rest of this footage that I took here on the Sasquatch, hunting after Sasquatch in central Minnesota. So I hope you enjoy the rest of this. Hey guys, this is Joe Harper with Reformed Truth and Ministries. Today I'm in Vergas, Minnesota. I am hiking the Vergas Trail. So in this area of Minnesota where I'm located here, there's a lot of legends of Bigfoot and Sasquatch, and there are even legends of a certain type of Sasquatch that's called the hairy man of Vergas Trail. And this creature is always talked about being around 8 feet tall, having very long hair, being very musty. And so we're gonna explore around here a little bit. We're gonna see what we find. We'll see if we see any tree structures or if we even see the creature itself. So we're gonna see how things go here today, but we'll see what we find. So this is probably the largest tree structure I have seen so far. Bigger than the one in Brainerd. bigger than the one in Iowa. And you say, oh, it's just deadfall, but you look how there's a perfect cross here. And I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but when you look up there, that branch is interlocked with that tree up there too. And they look like there may be more. You probably can't see it good on the camera, but there's some more through the woods up there. So these trees are huge. I just get a really, pretty much as soon as I pulled into this place, I got a strange feeling. Here's another one up here, and I don't want to get too far off the road, but it looks like there's stuff all the way through here, all the way through these woods. That's crazy. So I'm in the woods here on the Vergas Trail here, central Minnesota, and it didn't take very long. From this angle, you probably can't see it, but behind me here, this is the largest potential Sasquatch tree structure that I have found so far. If I walk this way while I'm talking to you, I probably can give you a better look at it, but it's a massive X. And yeah, there you see it. See, now you see it there real good. You see that? And what's crazy is up here behind me on this side of it, it interlocks with the tree on the other, going the other way too. So it's going like one of the branches going like this, and it's interlocked with the tree super far up. So if this is a Sasquatch tree structure, and what do you think that happened from the trees falling? You tell me. I'm curious. But if that is a Sasquatch tree structure, that's the biggest one I've seen. So it didn't take me very long to find it here on the Vergas Trail. So we'll see what the day has in store for us. Never a dull moment in this business. All right, we're gonna head back the way we came, but that is weird. We're gonna drive up the trail a bit here and see what else we find, but yeah, that X gives me the creeps. Let's see how we do here. So I'm in the car, driving through very, very slowly on this trail, which is a pretty unmaintained trail, and just trying to be very, very slow and meticulous. And you know, I drove in and the map said this was a trail, right? And which it is. You know, most trails you go to, you're gonna have a state park. You know, you have a place to park your car and you get out and you hike. But this one, you didn't really have any. It just is pretty much a road on the map. So we'll see. We'll see what to make of this, but just trying to very slowly drive through here. And so guys, I'm in the town of Vergas here. I'm in front of their event center. I just got back from the trail, and that was a pretty rough road / trail. You know, I drove through it and I walked some. I would have walked more, but most of it had no trespassing signs all over it, and there was really no place
good spot for my car, and it was such a narrow road that I figured I ended up just slowly driving through it, and I got some of that footage to show for you. I mean, in an area that dense, there definitely could be something in there, such as a Sasquatch or a Bigfoot. I mean, if I was a creature like that, that's where I would be living. Those woods were as dense and as forested, and that area was as remote as anywhere I've really searched. And so, yeah, I mean, obviously you always hope for more, but I mean, like I said, that tree structure I saw was the largest that I've seen. So there's some good stuff there. These things take time. You chip away at all this stuff a little bit at a time, and you get one extra clue. It doesn't all come at once. So I'm not trying to make a sensationalistic video where, ooh, here it is, when it's not there. You're trying to just chip away at it one day at a time. And if that's not what people are looking for, there's a lot of other Sasquatch videos out there that will give you that type of material where it's sensationalistic and they're just looking for likes or views. I'm trying not to do that. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video on hunting for the hairy man of Vergas Trail, Sasquatch hunting in central Minnesota. Anyway, guys, this is Joe Harper for Reformed Truther Ministries. God bless.
If you've enjoyed this video, then check out our website at www.reformedtruther.com.